Let's take a bump and talk WrestleDream. We've got WrestleDream coming up this weekend on the 18th, and seems to be like it's going to be a really fun card. Not going to lie, the main event looks awesome with Adam Page versus Samoa Joe, and a lot of other matches along the way that seem to be a lot of fun. Now, I am recording this before Dynamite, so more matches might be added to this card, but I'm going to do predictions based on what has been announced so far. Now let's run through the cards, starting with Jamie Hayter versus Tekla. I am unsure of how this match is going to go down. Obviously, Jamie Hayter is the bigger star currently between the two. However, they might want to build something out of Tekla, and I feel like Jamie Hayter would be a good opponent to take down. However, the Triangle of Madness has always stood tall in every situation. But I don't know. It's tough to say because they might want to build something with this match. However, they might be just using this as a way to shoot Jamie Hayter towards a title match. So, out of the most likely of those situations, I'm going to go with Jamie Hayter and them just building her for a title match. Next, we have the Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand in just a normal 6-man tag team match. Like, this might change come Dynamite. I wonder if they'll replace MVP with somebody. Maybe a Cedric Alexander, perhaps. I don't know. But with the current situation, I'm going to say the Demand, because the Hurt Syndicate won the street fight or whatever it was. And so it's the Demand's turn to win this. Next, we have the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express in a $500,000 tag team match. I'm going Jurassic Express. I mean, they are newly returning, and the Young Bucks have gambled away all the money that they've earned from all these money matches, so it only makes sense for Jurassic Express to win this. Next, we have Brodito versus the Don Callis family, Okada and Takeshita. Now, that is a strong team. But think of it this way, Takeshita just won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and there has been brewing tension between the two. Obviously, you know, a match for Wrestle Kingdom could be Takeshita versus Okada. How huge of a match would that be? That's main event material right there. So it only makes sense to break up the tag team and prepare for that Wrestle Kingdom match, potentially an all-in match. Who knows? But yeah, I'm putting Brodito to win this 100%. Next, Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship. Now, although Mark Briscoe has kind of been on an upswing lately in terms of victories, I'm still going to give this to Kyle Fletcher because he is a huge star. I think he's really elevating this championship by holding it. And Mark Briscoe just seems like a write-off victory for Fletcher. I mean, I feel like I'm going to eat those words after I chose Briscoe to lose to MJF. So now next we have Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin in an I Quit match. This has to be Jon Moxley to win this after Darby won the coffin match. It's gotta be Darby losing this. I feel like it would be too stupid to have Darby win yet another match in a row against Mox or against Death Riders. So this has to be Mox coming out on top. Next, we have Chris Statlander versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Title match. The story right now seems to be that Chris won it in a Fatal 4-Way. So now she's seeing if she can hold on to it in a singles match against Toni. So it's got to be Chris wins this, beats Toni, to prove that she could be champion. And then finally, we have Adam Page versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. Page just won this, and his last championship reign was prematurely ended, so this is them kind of undoing that. So Adam Page 100% confidence. So, yeah, he's going to come out with the World Championship. So that is my predictions for AEW's WrestleDream. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.